Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First up, imagine holding in your palm a simple-looking Washington quarter from 1969, a coin that could easily slip through your fingers as loose change. But what if that humble little disc of metal carried a secret so powerful, so rare, and so extraordinary that it could instantly launch you from ordinary to billionaire status? Yes. This is no ordinary coin. It is a silent fortune, a whispering, millionaire's treasure that waits patiently for discovery. If you're lucky enough to possess a 1969 Washington quarter, pay close attention, because your destiny might just rest in your hands. At first glance, it may seem like just another quarter. George Washington's profile, the words, "In God We Trust," the date 1969, boldly struck, and the grand eagle perched with wings wide on the reverse. But in the vast world of coin collecting, there exists a version of this 1969 quarter that defies all logic. We're not just talking about a rare coin, we're talking about a numismatic miracle, a piece so astonishingly rare that even veteran collectors dream of merely catching a glimpse of it. This is the 1969 Washington quarter struck in error, where a rare proof die was used on the wrong planche, and it has driven prices into the stratosphere. What makes this coin explode in value is not just its age or design, but a freak error in the minting process. One particular specimen was mistakenly struck on a silver-clad proof die meant for a different denomination, and when discovered, it sent shockwaves through the coin world. This isn't just a minting error, it's a once-in-a-century anomaly. The coin's sharp doubled lettering on Liberty and "In God We Trust" stunned experts. Only a few were ever found. This specific 1969 doubled die obverse quarter is the stuff of legends, worth over $35,000 to $100,000 depending on condition, and some claim private collectors would pay millions to possess it. But the story doesn't end there. These coins don't wear signs saying, "I'm worth millions." They hide in pocket change, old drawers, inherited collections, forgotten boxes. Someone might have spent one unknowingly on a soda decades ago. That's the kind of quiet mystery this coin holds. It's not just currency, it's a lottery ticket in disguise. A 1969 quarter with the right error can transform your life in the blink of an eye. So why treat it like spare change? Why not verify if the treasure you've been holding all these years is the key to unimaginable fortune collectors and auction houses across the globe are hungry for rare finds? They're watching, waiting for someone to stumble upon one of these ghostly rare quarters. If your coin shows doubling on the obverse, especially on Liberty and "In God We Trust," or if it bears the mysterious S mint mark and looks unlike the others you've seen, don't ignore it. You may be sitting on a treasure chest without even knowing it. People have traded cars, land, and even luxury watches to acquire just one of these hidden gems. The demand is fiery, the competition intense, and you could be next. This coin is not just metal, it's a symbol of fate. It defies the odds. It's proof that sometimes the rarest and most precious things don't come dressed in diamonds or gold, but in ordinary disguises. To underestimate this coin is to ignore the very possibility of a fortune that could rewrite your life story. One simple coin, one sharp eye, one moment of recognition, that's all it takes. So here's your wake-up call. Check your old coin jars, examine every 1969 quarter closely, and never throw one away without a second look. You could be holding a piece of American history, a coin so legendary it deserves a throne, not a pocket. And if you're ever told it's just worth 25 cents, don't listen. Trust your gut, do your research, and guard that coin like the treasure it is, because fortune doesn't always knock with noise. Sometimes It rings softly, like the clink of a 1969 Washington quarter, waiting to change your life forever. Second, in the world of coin collecting, few stories are as thrilling as the mysterious rise of the 1977 Washington quarter, a coin that looks so ordinary yet may be hiding unimaginable power behind its modest face. If you've ever come across a 1977 quarter with a tiny D mint mark beneath Washington's neck, you may have been holding more than just a piece of loose change. You may have held a billionaire's secret. This is no ordinary quarter. It's a sleeping dragon in your palm, waiting to awaken and change your life forever. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where millions of quarters were struck that year. But within those millions, a select few slipped through the cracks of history, bearing secrets no machine or mint official ever intended to release. Rare errors, invisible to the untrained eye, make these coins modern relics of hidden wealth. From double-die obverses to off-center strikes, from planche flaws to unthinkable compositions, certain 1977 D quarters have transformed from forgotten coins into legends of the numismatic world. Imagine this. One day, you find a 1977 D quarter in your old coin jar. It's worn, but something about it feels off. A little doubling in the lettering, maybe the D looks bold and misplaced. What if I told you that coin could be worth millions? Some 1977 D quarters with rare mint errors are so scarce they've only been seen a handful of times. And because these coins weren't intended for public release, they were never cataloged, never documented, making their discovery a numismatic miracle. To hold one is to collectors and wealthy buyers around the globe are hungry for these rare specimens. They know the truth. Coins like the 1977 D-era quarter are priceless because they represent the unknown, the unrecorded, the miracle mint mistake. These are not coins you'll find in coin shops or auctions every day. They're buried in collections, hidden in drawers, lost in change, waiting to be uncovered by someone with eyes wide open. And when they do appear, the bidding wars explode. The prices soar, and lives are transformed overnight. This isn't just a coin. This is a destiny token. A rare 1977 D quarter with a dramatic error, especially those with doubled lettering, off-metal strikes, or filled mint marks, has the potential to fetch over 6 to 7 figures in private sales. Yes, that's right. Your single quarter, once spent for a gumball, could now buy you a mansion, a yacht, or even a private island. If that isn't the definition of hidden wealth, what is? And here's the twist. These valuable versions of the 1977 D quarter don't glow, shine, or call attention to themselves. They hide in the everyday. They look just like the rest. That's the beauty of it. You don't need a safe full of gold bars to be rich. You just need one rare quarter, one tiny detail, one eye-opening moment that reveals what others never saw. That's how real fortune is born. So, before you ever hand over that 1977 D quarter at a gas station or tuck it away in a coin roll, stop and examine it. Look for signs, doubling in the words liberty or in God we trust. Any strike that looks off-center, a strange shine or texture, a weak or missing mint mark. That's not damage. That could be a key to your future. Don't dismiss it. Don't let go of what could be your once-in-a-lifetime discovery, because if fate has placed a 1977 D Washington quarter in your hands, it didn't do it by accident. It may just be your moment. The fortune you've dreamed of doesn't always arrive with trumpets and gold. Sometimes it arrives in the soft ring of a forgotten coin, whispering wealth in your pocket. Third, what if I told you that tucked away inside your old pocket change, inside that dusty coin jar or inherited stash of coins, could be a single 1978 Washington quarter, a small silver-colored disc that appears utterly ordinary, yet could be worth, this is not fantasy or folklore. This is the thrilling mystery of a rare 1978 quarter, a coin with such unimaginable value and hidden power, it could transform your life in the blink of an eye. If you're holding one right now, you might not just have a coin. You might be holding the 1978 Washington quarter, struck at the height of a transitional era in U.S. minting, may seem like nothing special at first. It carries the usual iconic features: the stoic profile of George Washington, the words "Liberty" across the top, "In God We Trust" at the left, and the date 1978 beneath. On the reverse, the proud eagle spreads its wings, a symbol of American strength and tradition. But within certain quarters minted that year lies a deadly secret: rare errors, freak minting anomalies, and missed strikes that transform this 25-cent coin into imagine stumbling across one of these legendary error coins. A 1978 quarter struck on the wrong metal, like a silver planchet instead of the standard copper-nickel blend. Or perhaps you find one with doubled inscriptions, off-center images, or a missing mint mark. These minting mistakes weren't supposed to exist, yet a few slipped through the tight security of the U.S. Mint and now rest quietly in the wild. If one of those is in your hands, you're not just lucky, you're destined for greatness. A coin like this has been known to command prices in the tens of thousands, and private collectors have whispered about seven-figure offers behind closed doors. What makes these coins so rare? It's the mystery. It's the fact that they're undocumented, unrecorded, and unexpected. The rarity lies in the anomaly. Not every 1978 quarter is worth millions, but the ones with striking errors are so few that even the most seasoned coin hunters dream of discovering one. It's not about age. It's about uniqueness, and uniqueness drives value. One-of-a-kind errors are priceless because no machine can recreate them, no mint can repeat the flaw, and no two are ever exactly the same. Collectors, investors, and elite dealers are always watching, searching, bidding, fighting to add such a rare piece to their collection. They understand that a rare 1978 quarter isn't just a coin, it's a financial rocket ship. It's a moment frozen in metal, an artifact born from mistake, yet blessed with unmatched worth. It's not uncommon for private buyers to offer hundreds of thousands, even millions, if the coin has the right error and condition. One discovery could wipe out debt, buy a mansion, change your children's future, all from something you never even thought to look at twice. So how do you know if your 1978 quarter is one of the chosen few? Look for strange signs. Doubling on the words or date, a blank or misaligned mint mark, or even a metallic ring that doesn't match the typical copper-nickel tone. If your coin is slightly lighter or heavier than usual, it could be struck on the wrong metal. Even the tiniest imperfection could mean treasure. And remember, the rarest coins often look the most average. That's their disguise. That's their genius. Never assume your coins are worthless. Never trust someone who tells you it's just a quarter. Because what they don't know is that inside the world of coinage, extraordinary wealth hides behind ordinary faces. The 1978 Washington quarter you own might not just be a collector's item, it might be a life changer. Before you spend it, sell it cheap or forget about it. Look closer, because your destiny might be etched right there in metal, waiting to be discovered. So don't let history pass you by. Don't underestimate the coin in your drawer, your wallet, your pocket. Because if it's the right 1978 quarter, the one with the flaw, the myth, the miracle, then it's not just a coin. It's your future, your legacy, your... Fourth, beneath the surface of ordinary life, beyond the reach of everyday eyes, lies a small, silent miracle, the 1979 D Washington quarter. To most, it appears as just another worn-out coin, easily passed from hand to hand without a second thought. But if you're one of the rare few to discover the right version of this coin, the one struck with errors, flaws, or secret minting mistakes, then what you hold is not 25 cents. It's a treasure vault in disguise. Yes, the right 1979 D. Washington quarter has the power to turn your life completely around. And possibly, what sets this coin apart? It's not just the year, it's the D mint mark, signifying it was struck at the Denver Mint. That D may seem tiny, barely noticeable below George Washington's neck, but it holds the key to unlocking unimaginable value. Among the standard strikes, a few extraordinary quarters escaped into the world bearing rare and bizarre minting errors, the kind that drive collectors wild and send auction prices soaring to sky-high levels. These aren't coins. They're modern-day gold mines pressed in copper and nickel. There are whispers in the numismatic world about the rarest 1979 D quarters, those with double dies, off-center strikes, missing elements, or struck on the wrong metal planchets. Imagine a 1979 D quarter struck on a Susan B. Anthony dollar planchet, a wild, freakish mistake that creates a coin like no other. Now imagine that very coin landing in your pocket, change, unnoticed, unvalued, and yet worth millions. These coins don't appear in stores. They aren't common. They are once-in-a-lifetime anomalies that slip through the mint's fingers and may now be in yours. What gives these coins their sky-high value isn't just error, it's rarity. One of a kind, a perfect storm of mistake, timing, and survival. In a sea of millions of ordinary coins, these few diamonds shine with unmatched brilliance. And collectors, especially private high-end investors, will pay unimaginable amounts to own a piece of minting history that was never meant to exist. For them, this is more than collecting. This is prestige, power, bragging rights. For you, it's the chance to leap from the world you know into one of unstoppable financial freedom. But here's the real magic. The rare 1979 D quarter doesn't scream wealth. It doesn't glow. It hides in plain sight. It looks just like any other quarter, and that's what makes it so thrilling. It could be sitting in your drawer, resting at the bottom of an old coffee can, or stuck inside the cushion of your sofa. You could have walked past your fortune 100 times, never knowing it was there. Until now. So how do you spot the real thing? You must pay attention. Look closely for doubling in the letters. Liberty. In God we trust. Or the date 1979. Check for unusual weight, texture, or surface defects. Does the coin look off-centered, misaligned, or strangely shaped? That's not damage. That could be a minting miracle. Is the mint mark faint or missing altogether? That alone could make your quarter a collector's fantasy. Every imperfection could be worth a fortune. Every flaw might be your ticket to a new life. Never underestimate what you hold in your hands. The 1979 D Washington quarter is proof that greatness often comes in small, silent forms. It's a reminder that even the tiniest thing, a coin you'd normally forget, can carry inside it the potential to transform your world. Don't trade it, don't ignore it, and above all, don't sell it for cheap. What looks like a coin may truly be a key, a golden gateway, a destiny changer, a sleeping millionaire's secret waiting to awaken. So, open your eyes. Search through your change. Examine every 1979 D quarter you find with care and respect. Because your future might not be waiting at a bank or hidden in a vault. It might just be jingling in your pocket, ready to change your life forever. 5. There are ordinary coins, and then there are the hidden legends. Coins that look just like the rest, but carry the power to change your life overnight. The 1982 D Washington quarter is one of those legends. Struck in a time of economic shift and minting uncertainty, this particular coin holds a mystery so deep that even seasoned collectors are still chasing it. If you're lucky enough to hold one of the rare error versions in your hand, you're not holding 25 cents. You're holding a piece of fate. Yes, the 1982 D quarter could be worth millions, and you might not even know it yet. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a bold change. It stopped producing uncirculated mint sets for collectors. This meant that many coins released that year were not preserved in pristine condition, making high-grade examples harder to find. Combine that with the unique errors that occurred in Denver's mint that year, and suddenly, the 1982 D Washington quarter transforms from an everyday object into a once-in-a-generation treasure. These aren't coins anymore. They are time capsules of value waiting to explode into the spotlight. One of the most sought-after types is the 1982 D no mint mark, or weak D quarter, a version where the mint mark is either missing, faint, or partially struck due to die wear. These are so rare that only a few examples have surfaced. But that's not all. There are also rumors of off-metal strikes, doubled dies, and even transitional planchet errors that could elevate the value of this coin into the millions. Private collectors and high-end dealers are constantly watching the market, waiting for one of these coins to surface. If it's in your possession, think about it. A single, overlooked coin tossed in a jar, sitting silently for years. Now, suddenly worth more than your house, your car, or your entire savings account. That's the reality of the rare 1982 D quarter. The true value lies not in its metal, but in its flaw, its uniqueness, its mistake. Minting errors make coins precious because they are unrepeatable. No machine will make the same flaw twice. That makes your coin a one-of-a-kind relic, and its value practically limitless to the right collector. And here's the best part. This fortune doesn't glitter, doesn't shine, it doesn't shout. It's quiet. It blends in. It looks just like any other coin. That's how it protects itself. That's how it hides from the world until the right eyes see it. So don't ignore your 1982 D quarter. Don't give it away, don't toss it in a fountain, and for heaven's sake, don't sell it at face value. Because what seems like a common coin could be the greatest financial blessing of your lifetime. To identify a potential millionaire coin, check for subtle signs. A faded or missing D mint mark, doubling in the words liberty or in God we trust, or a weight that's lighter or heavier than the standard 5.67 grams. Any of these clues could be the red flag that your coin is extraordinary. Even a small die crack, a weak strike, or strange coloration could mean your quarter is one of the fabled few. The smallest detail could lead to the, this isn't just about coin collecting, it's about destiny. The 1982 D quarter proves that life-changing miracles don't always arrive in grand packages. Sometimes they arrive as a tiny circle of metal tucked away in a drawer, forgotten for decades. But when the right moment comes, and that coin is revealed for what it truly is, everything changes. Debt disappears, dreams become reality, and your name enters the storybooks of numismatic history. So check your pockets, search your jars, inspect every 1982 D Washington quarter with sharp eyes and a hopeful heart, because one of them, just one, might be your golden ticket. A ticket not just to wealth, but to freedom, legacy, and a life you never imagined possible. 6. Not all treasures come buried under the earth or sealed in a chest. Some arrive quietly, dressed in everyday disguises, passed from hand to hand unnoticed. Among those secret treasures is the 1993 D Washington quarter, a coin minted in modern times, yet holding the kind of unimaginable wealth that could change your life overnight. If you happen to own the right version of this quarter, you're not just holding 25 cents. You may be holding millions of dollars worth of accidental history, pure rarity, and destiny itself. The D mint mark, which stands for the Denver. Mint may appear small beneath George Washington's neck, but it holds massive power. In 1993, billions of quarters were minted, but among those countless coins, a select few were struck with rare, astonishing mint errors. These flaws were never supposed to leave the mint, but by sheer chance, they slipped through, entering circulation, like ghosts among the ordinary. These error coins, off-metal strikes, double dies, or planchet mistakes, are so incredibly rare, collectors would pay any price to claim one. What makes these 1993 D quarters so valuable is the hidden factor of mystery. Not every error is obvious. Some are subtle, a faint doubling on the date, a shifted design, or a quarter struck on the wrong metal, like a copper penny planche or even a foreign coin blank. These freak mistakes turn a regular coin into a collector's dream, the kind of coin that goes from pocket change to multi-million-dollar artifact. The right buyer wouldn't hesitate to offer hundreds of thousands, even millions, for one in pristine or unique condition. Imagine it. You're going through an old coin jar and suddenly you see it, a 1993 D quarter that feels different. It might have a strange weight, a slightly off-centered image or lettering that looks just a little too bold or doubled. That's not a flaw. That's the golden clue. That's how real treasure hides. It doesn't shine with diamonds, it whispers through imperfection. One small detail could make your quarter. There are already whispers in the numismatic world about a few 1993 D quarters that have sold privately for high 6 or even 7 figures. These coins aren't just money. They are history, art, mystery, and miracle all in one. They are the bridge between ordinary life and extraordinary wealth. And the best part? You don't need to be a millionaire to find one. You just need, but don't let someone else take your fortune from you. If you own a 1993 D quarter that looks unusual in any way, don't spend it, don't give it away, and don't sell it for cheap. Take time to understand it, protect it, because the wrong move could cost you millions. There are collectors, right? Now, who would fight at auction just to own what might be lying quietly in your drawer? One verified error, one dramatic flaw, and your quarter becomes. This is more than just a coin story. This is your story. A single 1993 D quarter could be your passport to a life of wealth, freedom, and legacy. Imagine telling your grandchildren that your fortune didn't come from stocks or real estate. It came from a simple coin you refuse to ignore. That's the magic of numismatics. That's the power of rare American currency. So check your wallets, your coin jars, and your childhood collections. Look closely. Don't let this opportunity pass like any other day. Because hidden in your pocket, maybe even right now, is a 1993 D Washington 7. In the vast ocean of American coinage, few treasures hide in plain sight, quite like the 1995 D Washington quarter. To most, it's just another coin, a simple 25-cent piece with George Washington's noble profile and a small D beneath the date, indicating it was minted in Denver. But what if I told you that some rare versions of this exact coin carry a secret? A secret so powerful, so extraordinarily valuable, that it could transform your financial reality in one heartbeat. This isn't just a quarter. It could be during. The 1990s, the U.S. Mint produced billions of quarters, including those from Denver in 1995. But amid those billions, a select handful emerged unlike any others. These were coins struck with rare and shocking minting errors, double dies, misaligned strikes, off-metal planches, and even design anomalies that turned common quarters into legends. These coins weren't intended to exist. They were accidents of fate, never meant to see the light of day. And yet somehow, a few slipped through, and one might be in your possession right now. One of the most coveted types of valuable 1995 D quarters is the doubled die obverse, where the inscriptions, like Liberty and In God We Trust, appear with strong, visible doubling. These doubling errors were created during the die manufacturing process, and their dramatic appearance can catapult the coin's value into the tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. In pristine condition or combined with other errors, such a quarter could easily be worth millions in private collector sales. And if it's unique, that value beco, but that's not the only path to fortune. Some rare 1995 D quarters were struck on the wrong metal blanks. Imagine a quarter mistakenly struck on a foreign planche or a copper penny blank. The resulting coin has a strange weight, unusual color, or bizarre edge. And collectors crave these mistakes. These off-metal errors are so rare that major collectors and high-end buyers will offer life-changing sums just to secure one for their private vaults. These are not coins. They are financial miracles forged in steel and struck by chance. What makes the story even more thrilling is that these millionaire-making quarters don't shine like gold or glow in the dark. They hide. They look normal. They sit silently in jars, hide in wallets, or lie forgotten in childhood collections. You could walk past one every day without ever knowing. That's why only the observant, the curious, and the lucky ever discover them. But once found, their power is undeniable. The right 1995 D quarter can erase debt, buy real estate, fund generations of wealth, and write a whole new chapter of your life. If you suspect you own a 1995 D quarter with odd features, doubling, strange metal tones, missing or misplaced mint marks, or a strange feel, don't spend it. Don't toss it aside. You may be looking at one of the most valuable coins of the modern age. Take it seriously. Because what seems like a tiny error to you might be $1 million masterpiece to a collector across the globe. And make no mistake, the elite collectors are watching, waiting for that one coin to emerge from obscurity into the light. The 1995 D quarter represents more than metal and minting. It's a reminder that the extraordinary can live inside the ordinary. That overlooked objects can carry world-changing potential. That a small coin can hold not just monetary value, but transformational power. It's proof that fortune doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers through silver tones and old change. And for those who listen closely, who pay attention, who believe in hidden wealth, the reward is unimaginable. So search your drawers. Examine your quarters. Look closely at every 1995 D in your possession. Because somewhere out there, a coin is waiting. A coin that doesn't just complete a collection, it completes a dream, and that dream could be yours.